Our podcast is a part of the World Podcast Network, now with over 1,000 podcasts. Visit the World Podcast Network at worldpodcast.network to listen to podcasts in over 12 genres. Come vote our podcast episodes up and help us rise on the leaderboard. If you have a podcast of your own, you can join for free. Welcome to Reality Tea Times 2, the podcast where we discuss all the trash reality TV we love to hate. I am Tanika, and today we're going to be talking about The Other Way, the most recent episode. So we're coming in and doing the intro stuff first, but as promised, there is a guest on the main part of the episode, and that is Letitia. If you remember, was on the Family Chantel episodes with me in the beginning of the year. So that's what we're going to be doing. So just so you know, I'm going to talk about this now just because we're going to go straight into the outro at the end of the episode. But you can expect after this episode to get 90 Day UK, I believe. Trying to think where else are we at. I guess that's basically it. Yeah, 90 Day UK. And then with Bachelorette, I am planning to get that out on Saturday. Perfect Match. I have not forgotten about Perfect Match. And I still want to get that done. And I know it's been a long time, but I still want to talk about it. Perfect Match is my goal is to get all of those done over the weekend and get them out, trickle them out over the weekend as much as I can. And there might be some coming out at the beginning of the week because I want to get that done before Love is Blind UK, which starts on Wednesday. So that's where we're at. I'm in a good spot that I can get all of that done as much as I can. So that's where we're at. But before we get into the episode, let's talk some hot goss. Nothing too crazy, but we'll talk about it. The first one anyway, something too crazy. So Aisha has apparently added a new venture to her repertoire, and that is she dropped a new alcoholic coconut water, and she mentioned this on the July 29th episode of Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. She spoke about her new career venture. Oh, said that already. She said, quote, "I'm in Melbourne at the moment." And she said, "I'm here to launch my brand new alcoholic coconut water called Drop." The interior team crew member released Drop in a liquor store with various locations around Australia. So it's been a dream in the works for a while, and to see people enjoying it meant the world. Her plan is to ultimately bring Drop to the United States. She shared a carousel of photos from the launch on her Instagram feed if you're interested. In the Instagram post, she said another couple of snaps from Drop launch weekend in Melbourne, and this was posted on July 29th. She went on to say, "The whole weekend felt absolutely surreal. To have something I am so passionate about that I see big potential and big plans for is so exciting and so motivating. Watching people hold the real life cans, enjoy the taste, it all felt so special. I can't wait to see where we are with it in a year's time and reflect on this weekend. I know we will kill it and have a great time doing it." Aisha did go on to thank her loved ones and fans for being so supportive. She said the long drives and phone calls to find a store, the messages to say well done, the comments of support and excitement, I see it all, and I'm so grateful. And then she went, "Yay! It's amazing." Okay. I love her. And congrats to Aisha on her new alcoholic beverage. Next piece of hot gossip. This is a little sad, so I do want to say trigger warning, death, cancer. So let's go on with it. I'm not sure if anyone remembers who she is, but I definitely recognize her. She was on The Bachelor and Nick Vile's season, so it was a long time ago. Haley Merk. I think it's Merked. who was a contestant on the season 21. That was Nick's season. She passed away very recently. She was 31. She appeared on ABC's dating reality series in 2016 with Nick, and she died on July 26th following a battle with leukemia. Her family posted on her Instagram page, quote, "It is with a broken heart we share that our beloved Haley has passed away after a courageous fight for her life. Haley faced this journey with unimaginable strength, grace, and selflessness. Her determination, courage, and will to live surpassed every timeline the doctors gave her, and she chose to spend her final moments surrounded by loved ones and doing what she cherished most with no regrets." Post noted that Haley would, quote, "be remembered as anything but boring, always hysterically funny, and as someone who lived fully in the present moment. Haley embraced life with an unmatched zest. Her beautiful spirit has touched countless lives. Haley will be profoundly missed by all who knew her. Her laughter, her love, and her vibrant spirit have left an undeniable mark on our hearts. While we grieve her loss, we find comfort in knowing that her spirit will live on in all the lives she touched. Rest in peace, Haley." So the post also thanked everyone who followed her, quote, during this difficult journey, and invited everyone to share their favorite memories of her. A GoFundMe has been set up to help support her family. The crowdfunding page provided more details of her battle, saying that, quote, "After a bone marrow transplant, she was told she had 9 months to not even think about cancer. But in truth, she only had 6 weeks before she got the terrible news that leukemia cells were back and moving fast." My huge condolences go to her family. Cancer is a killer. Fuck cancer. And she was so young. But I do know that Nick has released a statement about her. I did not read it. But of course, if you are inclined to see what he had to say, by all means, it's out there. But let's move on to the last piece of hot goss. Is a little more lighter, but apparently there have been rumors out there that Mary Brown wants to go back to polygamy, and more details to make it more clear, wants to go back to polygamy with Cody and Robin. Well, here's what Mary has to say. She was on an episode of the Sarah Fraser show that released on July 29th. And Mary addressed those rumors that she wanted to rejoin her plural marriage with Cody and Robin. She noted that she's seeing the speculating headlines all the time, and she assured the podcast listeners, quote, "I promise that one's never gonna happen." Okay. And she said that before singing part of Taylor Swift's hit song, "We are never, ever, ever." They're never gonna back together, y'all. Like, no. If she did, I'm done. Like, no fucking way. While she has no intentions of rejoining plural marriage, Mary says that she's Cody and Robin's, quote, "on occasion." I think she says she sees, I think this article may have missed the C's, but she sees them, I believe, on occasion, and has talked and texted with them, saying, quote, "I'm in this place where I'm moving forward with my life. There's aspects of my life that they still need to be involved in. Don't know why. But my day-to-day is my best friend, and my day-to-day is my people that are helping me to move forward. And I don't want to interact with people that are not helping me to move forward." So that's basically that. That's it for the hot goss for this episode. Of course, there will be more in the next episode. But with that being said, I am going to stop it here, and we're going to go right into the episode with Letitia. Okay. All right, everyone. So, as promised, we have a guest for the other way. So, Letitia, you want to say hi to the people?
Hi, people. Hello.
If
It's been a while.
Yes, it has been a while. Last time you were here was on Chantel and Phaedra.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That was so long ago.
So long ago. But here we are talking about the other way. So, um, before we do though, because we were kind of going back and forth on whether or not we're going to cover HEA or toe or whatever, and
Yeah,
it was way too ed heavy. We were like, nah, we're good.
not doing it. We're not doing it.
But the one thing, because I thought this was hilarious, I had to laugh. And I didn't talk about it in my coverage of HEA, which I only did half of it at this point.
Mhm.
When Manuel said, I'm a Scorpio, we both have to laugh because we are dating Scorpios and can
Oh,
relate.
gotta love a
Like,
Scorpio.
yeah, they definitely come in handy for those
A
purposes.
number of reasons.
Hmm.
They can also be very irritating.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they can. But we love them, don't we? Anyway.
Yeah, we sadly.
So, yeah, so we can just kind of jump into toe. We can kind of talk about thoughts about each of these people, and whoever else isn't
Okay.
on this particular episode, we can kind of talk about too.
Okay.
So, first, Corona and Inky.
Perfect. I was about to say, let's start there.
Corona and Inky. Okay, just generally,
The names alone have me. Corona and Inky.
someone really loves Corona, so they had to name their child Corona.
Ridiculous.
Inky, like I don't know if it's like normal name in Iceland, so I can't even really talk on it, but it's
It's
yeah,
interesting.
it's an interesting name and he's an interesting person.
Yeah.
And her family, I'm gonna miss them.
The grandma is the
Oh,
greatest.
the grandma's the
The
best.
grandma's great.
I just love how her mom, because she's delayed in what's going on, she's like, "Wait, you're doing what?"
Yeah,
And
right.
they're like past that point. Uh,
Moving to Iceland.
what? Like I thought they were incredible. We need more of them.
The best question. Are there any black people in Iceland?
Ma'am, ma'am, do you know the temperature in Iceland?
Oh my God.
We live in Canada and I don't want to be here
Right?
during the winter.
Holy crap.
Like, no.
Not at all.
She's like, I think that's like 6.
He's ridiculous.
And yeah, he's also very awkward. It's weird to me that an almost 40-year-old man has never been in a relationship before.
Yeah, that's a red flag. Like, what are you waiting for?
That's what I'm saying. And not only that, like when he mentioned that you have to basically go online just to be sure that you're not related to a person. And it's kind of like, do we check before or after? I
That's
would
gross.
think before.
You would definitely want to check before, because why would I want to sleep with a relative? Ew,
Some people do.
that's incest.
Yes, it
Disgusting.
is, but some people do.
Really.
But yeah. So this particular episode was when she's landing in Iceland.
I know they can't see me, but I'm rolling my eyes.
Yeah. What did you think about the seeing each other for the first time?
Um, okay, so I'm just gonna put myself in it to way how I would to how it feels. If I was Corona and that is my boyfriend,
Or the love of my
and the way,
life?
yeah, the love of my life, as she says, I would have thought, there's going to be an amazing hug, an amazing kiss, an amazing welcome. Like, oh my God, you're finally here. I missed you. I'm so happy to see you. I love you. Like all this type of mushy gushy nonsense that's going to take place during our meet. Like finally, like I'm here. Like I'm here for a long time, not a short time. Like I'm here,
I'm here, I'm saying.
right? But to give me just a kiss, like a peck on my lips and, oh, it's nice to see you. pardon?
Yeah,
What?
it's weird.
Like, you barely even gave me a decent hug. You didn't kiss me like, how I thought we were gonna have a kiss, like a little romantic moment or whatever. And then the car ride, like,
We'll get to the car ride. But what I thought interesting was, so I don't know, like if you watch Pillow Talk, but Yara during Pillow Talk kind of mentioned like
love
she can
pillow
kind
talk.
of be the same way,
Hmm.
especially if you're really into to someone, like it's more of that you can be a little more awkward, which I
Right.
would classify him as being very awkward. So
Yes,
I do
he is very
question
awkward.
maybe it's a European thing. But when she
He's
says that the last time she was there and he kind of showed more affection, like he actually missed her, but this time around it's not like that.
it's not
It's
like that at
weird.
all.
Maybe it's because they're on camera. I don't know, but it's very weird.
Yeah, very.
And when
Very.
she kind of says like you kind of kiss me like I would think you kiss his grandma. I mean, and yeah, she kind of like, come on, fool.
Like, kid,
And
like, fuck, like, kiss me. Like, my
do
gosh.
something. And she kind of says she's just ready to go to the house. She wants to shower, she wants to cuddle, and whatever else happens. And even
He doesn't
that,
even say,
like,
he doesn't even seem interested.
he doesn't react to that.
No,
And
nothing.
like, um, okay. I also want to note that it's currently minus 10 degrees. No,
It's cold.
that's, yep, yep.
Nope.
That's the
I ain't
thing.
doing all of that.
I don't like that. Um, and it's currently 9:03 in the morning and it's just dark. I don't like
Yeah,
that either.
I can't do that.
I don't like that at all. Um, but yeah, this is when they're in the car and she says, I'm looking forward to being with my person. Crickets.
And he's just silent.
Crickets. Not a damn thing coming from him. And she's like, yeah, yeah. And he's like, oh, yeah, this
Uh,
is their conversation. Yeah. It's, and she's like, what is going on?
right?
And she's like, how are you feeling, babe? And he's like, good. Yawn. The
Like,
man
wouldn't you
yawn.
not want to initiate a conversation? Like, how are you feeling? I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
How are you? Like, I'm happy you're here. Like, how was the flight? How are you feeling? Do you want something to eat? Can I get you a cup of coffee, cup of tea? If the, like, talk to your girlfriend. Like, she's so excited to see you. She has so much love and everything to give you, and you're so standoffish?
Yeah. I mean, I know Europeans can be standoffish, but it's just, this is a whole new level.
This
We've
is a
seen
whole new
Europeans.
level. Yeah.
I mean, fucking Andre is European and he had more emotion when he saw,
When he saw Liz.
yeah, for the
Yeah.
first time. Like, yeah.
Yep.
So they get to the house and, the house is bright. It's great, whatever. And she goes to the closet and all his stuff is still in the closet and, or like on her side. And she's
Yep.
like, I told you, like, to do this. She's like, she explained to him that what she kind of needed from him. And this was kind of one of those things.
Yep.
And she says, if I wasn't soft partnering him, can we talk about the soft partnering for a minute?
Yes, we can, cause we don't soft parent, we don't soft partner, we don't do no soft nothing. The
No.
fuck you think this is?
Yeah, like no, 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 no. I am who I am. Like I think
Exactly.
everyone will go into a new relationship not putting all their crazy out there, but eventually you're going to see the crazy. I'm not going to
Yep.
soft partner you.
No.
And I do wonder if she does it because yes, she's a black woman with a white man
Possible.
who's probably never been with a black woman before.
Right?
So, but then you're not being your full self.
You're not being your full self, your honest self, your true self. Absolutely.
You're giving him this version of yourself that's not real.
Exactly.
Because one day you are gonna pop off, and he ain't
And
gonna be prepared.
he's gonna see the real you, and he's gonna be like, what the hell is this? Like, where did this come from?
Exactly.
And that could be a relationship like breaker at that point, because now he knows how you act, he knows what you're gonna say, he knows how you're gonna carry on. If and
Mhm.
when you guys didn't get into another argument again,
Yeah,
is he going to want that in his life?
exactly.
Is he going to want to marry someone like that?
And that's the thing. Like, listen, I'm gonna give an antidote here. And don't mind me, yes, I'm on my phone because I have to order. My man's hungry, y'all. So
She got to
yeah,
feed her man.
I gotta feed my man. Um, but you obviously saw how things were with me and my ex. We'll leave him nameless, but obviously you know his name. And you know how sometimes we could be. But there was one time wouldn't have been there, but there was one time we got into it was very simple. I'll set the scene. We ordered food and he had a bottle. I think it was like apple juice or something, and he had the bottle open and we were in the car. I was driving.
Mhm.
And because I make a turn, the bottle fell
Phil.
and
Mm-hmm.
spilled and I lost it because I told him to close it.
Yep.
And he didn't. He didn't listen to me. And
It's
when,
frustrating.
yes, so I did not soft partner my man, okay? My ex-man. I did not soft partner him. He got all of it. To the point where today he will still think I'm that person. And I lost it on him. And either he would have just taken it and we'll move past it, or in the moment he literally said to me, he's like, don't talk to me that way. You
Yep.
can just take me back to the bus station if
Yep.
that's how you're going to be.
Yep.
Give him a chance to
Exactly.
see who you really are and see how he's
Absolutely.
going to take it.
Exactly.
Because you can change your attitude dependent on the person you're with.
You can. Absolutely.
So it's I'm not about the soft partnering or the fuck she wants to
Fuck
call it.
that. I'm not doing no soft partnering, no soft parenting. No, you can kiss my ass with that bullshit. My parents did
I
not
can't
soft parent.
I can't imagine you soft parenting.
Hell no. The fuck? Soft parenting my ass.
Oh no.
I don't do soft parenting, okay? We do ass whooping over here.
We're gonna take that part out. Uh we are not going to promote beating your kids. Um
Well, we're not promoting beating our kids. We're just disciplining our children, okay?
yeah, I'm not about the soft parent partnering thing.
Yep, neither am
But
I.
she says like this is kind of one of her biggest triggers because when she tells someone to do something for her and then they don't do it, it pisses her off. So she says, if I wasn't soft parenting him, I would be like, bitch, why didn't you? I can't. Why didn't you
Like,
move your shit?
exactly.
Oh my God. And she's like, shit. Takes 3 seconds. Actually, it doesn't take 3 seconds, but yeah, he had time to obviously do that. But
But that's the thing, like, just have that type of decency or that type of respect to just move your stuff over for me. Like, make me feel like I'm welcomed in your home, not
yeah,
like you don't want me here.
he can't say like, oh, I ran out of time. You could do little by little.
Exactly.
But at the same time, when like if I mean, first of all, if no one watches the show, you need to rethink life. But if you don't watch this show, you need to watch this scene
Yeah.
because when she did this, I thought, or maybe you need anger management
Oh, yeah.
because maybe that's what's going on here. It has nothing to do with the fact that you're a black woman, he's a white man, and you're scared to show him the black girl attitude or whatever. Maybe it's just because you have an anger problem.
Yeah, maybe she does.
And that has
That's very
nothing to
possible.
do with the color of our skin. It has everything else, it has everything to do with you just having an anger problem.
Right.
But yeah. So but then she kind of just jumps on the bed and it felt a little suggestive, but she just kind of jumps on the bed and she's like, "So how are you feeling?" And he's like, "Oh, well, a lot of shoes." That's
So what
what
about
he
my
says.
shoes?
A lot of shoes. First of all, I mean, her vampire boots was a choice, but like a lot of shoes.
Like that's all you can say to me is a lot of shoes.
Yeah, and he's
Okay.
and then he's just like, "Nice, nice,
Yep.
nice." That's all he could say. And I'm just like, "Oh my God."
Yep.
Like I'm hoping it's just the cameras, but I don't know.
Yeah, the way how he, oh my God, he's driving me nuts. Just the way how he's treating her right now, it's just like you're not excited to see her. You're not excited for her to be here. You're not excited for her, to start this new chapter of life with you.
Yeah, it's
Like
weird.
it's really weird. Outside people looking in, like it's really weird.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's like
Mhm.
she's kind of expecting a ring, although they haven't been together very long. But she's kind of expecting a ring, and he's like, "There's no ring.
There's
There's
no ring.
no ring
He
signed."
doesn't even like to me it doesn't even seem like he cares to even do that. Like he's not mentally he's not there with her.
Mentally, I don't think he's ever been there with any woman.
I don't think so. Not at all.
But
Not at all.
yeah.
Uh-uh.
Anyway, and that's it for Corona and Inky. Do you have anything else you want to say about them before we move on?
No, he's just weird.
Okay, great. Um, let's move on to another weird guy, Sarper and Shekinah. So, what do you think about? It's hard for me to laugh about the counting now that we have the details on the counting situation, but the counting man, wow.
I oh, where to start? When it comes to Sarper and Shekinah, she's an idiot. And I say this very lightly because why do you think in your brain that he's been with several women,
3,000,
several
potentially 3,000
women,
people. Yep.
and you don't think that he's told any of these women, I love you?
Let me tell you something. When a man, and I've seen it happen. I'm not going to name names, but I've seen it happen where
Mhm.
men will literally say they need to say what they need to just so they can get
Yes,
some pussy.
absolutely.
So I'm not debating whether or not
Absolutely.
he loves her. I think he does. But he's just gonna say whatever he needs to in order to
Yes.
get some pussy. And she's
Yes.
Lulu if she thinks that he hasn't.
And she's an it like
We'll
oh
get to all of that. We're gonna break it down, but it's just like when I was getting irritated with this episode with her because I'm just like,
me
are you
too.
dumb? Yes, the answer is
Me
yes.
fucking too.
But yeah, so they're meeting up with his cousin Hussein, I believe is how you say her name, and here's the counting. Because when they sit down and they talk, and she's like, "Oh, you're here," and everything, and he's like, "Yeah, we were apart 107 days, 2,568 hours,
Right, right. Oh my
154,080 minutes." And I'm just like, Jesus. I'm pretty sure he got the seconds in there, but I think I missed it. Anyway, you see where we're going with this. Like
oh yeah,
he counts. He loves to count.
yep,
And her cousin says like this was a problem for you during high school.
yep,
And I mean his photos from his high school like yearbooks or whatever has already been leaked during their first season. So it's not
uh-huh,
surprising when he finally talks about it, but he was an overweight kid.
yep,
Um and he thought him as himself as not an attractive guy and that he struggled. He was also bullied and the whole bit.
yep.
Okay. But then he says that I had this girlfriend, this first girlfriend at 15. And he's like, she was beautiful and whatever, and the whole bit.
Yep.
And then he said, then I saw her with another girl. And obviously that broke his heart. And when he told his dad about it, his dad says to him, these bitches ain't loyal. Oh, he didn't say that. He basically said, you can't trust women. But he also
Right.
had to say, these bitches ain't loyal,
Exactly.
which is really detrimental to someone's like mental development at 15.
It is.
It shaped how he went through life past that point.
Yep.
Maybe things would have gone very differently. And I
Yep.
don't
Absolutely.
understand why his dad would say that, because isn't his parents still together? We met his
Yeah, they
parents.
are. They
So
are
why would
together.
you say that? That's such a weird thing to say.
Oh
Anyway,
my God.
so yeah, he said he never really fully fell in love with anyone and until he met Shekinah. So there you go.
Yep.
Then Shekinah mentions here, well, this is good to know, how things kind of went for you during your, formative years, because women have been kind of coming through the woodwork and telling me different things about you. This is
Mm-hmm.
why he didn't want to post about you on his Instagram.
Yep.
And honestly, I think he was right. First of all, the whole thing with the Instagram thing was bullshit, in my opinion. You're
Absolutely.
grown ass adults who gives a shit if you're Instagram official. No one cares.
Yep.
I mean, their life is social media, but whatever. But he was right,
Mm-hmm.
because this is what you get.
Exactly.
And she says, like, you really hurt these people. And
Right.
his cousin's like, no, 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 don't get into that. They did it to themselves.
Yep.
And I think like Shekinah's taking it in a way that she's trying to like blame the other women for how this is what her cousin's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Her cousin's saying they are responsible for how they perceive things. If they wanted to believe this guy was being real with them and thought like they had a chance with him, that's
Right.
on you. I'm sure a guy like this has a reputation.
Oh, absolutely.
So
100%.
that's on them. They're responsible for how they take things.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
don't feed into it. And obviously he's saying the same thing. And then we
Mm-hmm.
see her in this moment. I mean, the dancer was a little much, but we see her in this moment when the dancer comes.
Listen,
Okay, what do you think about the dancer before I
that dance. Ah, mm.
Yeah.
That dancer had some nerve.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna actually defend Sarper a bit. And here's why.
Mm,
He's correct that it's tradition, that
yes.
you do have to, you can't just push them away.
Yep.
It's completely normal for
Yep.
dancers like this to dance around you and whatever.
Yeah.
Not all
We have a
dancers,
restaurant. I don't mean to cut you off.
yeah.
We have a restaurant, Copa. No, what's it called? I think it's called Copacabana. Is it
Copacabana, Cabana. Yeah.
either? It's I've been to the restaurant before. I think it's called Copacabana, and
Hmm.
they have like these dancers and everything that like do performance and things like that down here too. And
Yeah.
they go around to the tables and whatever, whatever, whatever. But yeah, we
Yeah.
have that here too.
There's different levels of like what the dancers will do. Like she's more
Hmm.
maybe of the extreme sense, but
Yeah.
they exist. They are supposed, like some of them are supposed to go up to the patrons and dance in front of them. It's
Yeah.
normal. And the reason why I say this is like I don't know if you watched the 90 Day UK version, but there's a 90 Day UK version. It's only on Discovery Plus. And there was a person on the previous season who she was she was from England, so she was
Right.
yeah. And she did like the belly dancing or whatever, whatever she wants to call it. I can't remember like what she referred to it as. That's
Hmm.
what she would do. She would dance in front of like up in their face, kind of like how this person did, not necessarily do the freaking body roll in your face, but she would,
Right. And have your breasts and everything up in the
yeah,
person's face.
that's extreme, but it's not unheard of.
Right.
So for Shekinah to be like, okay, that's enough. That's enough. Okay, okay, that's enough. Don't touch him.
Maybe
Don't
don't
touch
touch
him.
him.
Maybe
Don't
don't
touch
touch him.
him.
That's enough. Okay, that's all she gets. Okay, that's all you get. Okay, bye. Bye. You don't do that.
Her attitude stinks. I'm
You
sorry.
you don't do that. What's he gonna do? Fuck her on the dance floor? Right in
He,
front of you? Girl,
she's very insecure.
very insecure. But so is
And I'm
he.
sorry, you
But it's
stopped
just
talking to your family for this man.
I mean her sister is a bitch.
Yeah, but
Sorry, her
like
sister was too much.
her sister can be bitchy, but her sister does have some valid points.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
Like you're gonna let this man model
Whore?
your nose for you?
Bitch. But that
You're gonna let this man not model your nose, but you're gonna let this man
no, he's
create a
literally
nose?
creating your nose. He's literally creating your nose. No,
Idiot.
no, ma'am.
He's not even
No.
interested in coming to the US.
And that's the other thing too. Like, uh, I'm not surprised that he's not necessarily interested in going to the States, but I mean, okay, I got questions. The whole K1 process, don't you have to be engaged? They're not even engaged.
Yeah, they have to be I think engaged or married, one of the two,
Engaged. So the
to
K1
start the process.
is the fiance visa, and then
Got it.
K3 is the spousal visa. They're not engaged.
So why are you
So
even talking about it if you're not even engaged to the man? Or why are you even in the process of doing it
you're
if
going
you're
to
not
get
even engaged to the man?
denied. Where's the proof that he proposed to you? You should
Exactly.
have pictures of the ring that doesn't fucking exist. What's happening here? I'm so confused. So, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, she was just too much with that and the whole situation. It's like, girl, like calm down. And she's like talking to her, and it's like chances are she doesn't speak English.
Can we backtrack a second here?
Sure.
Can we talk about the stupid 140 something pages of a love letter?
Okay.
Like because why?
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Yes, we can. Yes, the 143 page handwritten, do you want to call it a letter? It's a novel.
It's a
Um,
it's a
no.
novel.
Like, no. And then
Yeah,
you
it's
keep it? That's what I have questions.
clearly she still has some type of feelings for this person. The fact that you're still keeping that,
You have you have relationships. You had a child with a whole ass other man,
yeah,
and now you're in this relationship.
and it's such a problem.
And I mean, listen, I don't give a shit about the bottles, even if
Who
it is
cares?
associated with a woman.
Like
You
she's
think
so
he
like
was
she's
traveling
so
by himself?
like I said, she's very insecure.
Maybe the notebook needs to go. That
Yeah,
might need to go. But I don't give a shit about the bottles. People collect bottles.
all the time.
Grandpa collected bottles. Who cares?
Like I said, she's very insecure.
Very. So dumb. Anyway, in the next scene, we see Sarper playing with Adonis. I kind of can with the dog's name, but anyways, Shekinah is planning to meet up with one of his ex-girlfriends, if you
Oh
want to
yeah.
call her that. He doesn't fucking know until he sees her getting ready. He's like, "Where are you going?" Out,
Yep. With the
out.
extensions in her hair.
Yeah, because she has to look better than her,
Of course she does.
which whatever. And she's like, "I'm gonna meet your ex," and he's like, "What?"
Oh no.
He's like, "I thought this was over. Like I
Why
thought we
you do
talked
that?
about it." Yeah, and he's like, I'm not gonna let you go.
Yep.
I'm not gonna let you force me to stay."
That
Would you, if you were in a similar situation, meet up with an ex?
No.
Neither would
Because
I.
why is that my business? Like his past relationship is his past relationship.
Has nothing to do with me.
It was before me. So what does that have to do with me?
That's nothing to do with me.
It has nothing to do with me. So why do I want to know about the bitches that you had sex with, or the bitches that sucked your dick, like I don't need to know that.
No.
I want to know about us. Let's talk about us.
Yeah, I don't care what you did before. I don't it's not it's you don't live there no more. So it's
Exactly.
I don't care. And anything that she has to say, really and truly, it doesn't matter. Is it going to
Exactly.
stop you from being with him?
Nope.
Probably not. So what is your end goal with this? Really and truly, what's the end goal with this?
She's an idiot.
Um,
That's what her end goal is.
well, yeah, then we meet up with the girl. Her name is Nor,
Who knows
whatever.
what her name is? Her name is something.
Or Nor. So,
Her name is something.
and yeah, and she said that they basically were together for about 3 to 4 months.
Not even a long time.
Not even a long time. When she immediately said 3 to 4 months, I'm like, that's it.
That's
We're
right. Like
we're
that's it.
literally putting ourselves through this for 3 to 4 months.
Thank you.
She says that they would see each other about 2 to 3 times a week
Of
to
course, you wanted sex.
basically fuck, because let's be real here. And they would text constantly.
Of course.
She said it was about 2 years ago. And she felt that she was talking to someone that she'd known her whole life. But you don't know this person your whole life, so let that one go. Um, he told me that that I was the first person that he had felt something with, like to this level.
Oh, the
No,
lies, the
the fact
lies
that you believe him and that
is an
even
issue.
even the last 2 years, you haven't reflected that he bullshitted you just so he can get in your pants says more about you than it does about him.
Yep,
I don't care what he told you. He did it with an end goal and he got the goal and you gave it to him.
exactly. He got the goal. And
Exactly.
you like a fool state. Like what?
And
Idiot.
Shekinah's face in this moment as well when she tells us to to her is just like, oh my God, I'm not the first person that he loved.
Idiot.
No.
She's an idiot. She's such an idiot.
Like,
And very gullible. For her to think that, she's so dumb. So dumb. Why would you think that he would be the first person to tell you that, oh, I love you? Pardon?
exactly. Like,
Stupid.
and I think like for her at the principal level, he told me that he's never told someone that. He in his mind
He
hasn't.
lied to you, boo boo.
And or better yet, like he's maybe said the words to someone, but there's a difference between saying the words and actually meaning it. And I
Exactly.
don't think I think for him, I never told anyone I loved them because I never meant it before.
Right.
So that's what she needs to kind of come to grips with.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so she says, did he ever confirm with you that you guys were in a relationship? And this
Yeah.
is what she says. It's very important to read between the lines. She says, after that they like would text and he would call her his lover. I think that's what she
Yes.
said. Like he would refer to her as his lover. That
Yes.
is not the same thing. You didn't answer the
It's
question.
exactly.
Any man can call you their lover. Any woman can call a man their lover.
Yep.
Um, and not necessarily think they're in a relationship with you.
Exactly.
So, sorry, hold on.
Again, she's an idiot.
Yeah, I'm multitasking here. Okay.
No worries.
Um, and he's like, so he would say um, that he would love her, or that he like when he would text her, he'd say, I love you too. Um, when I would tell him that I loved him.
Right.
I'm going to tell you something I'm going to tell you this right now. And you have to have your wits about you. And I can tell this person either does have her wits about her and is doing this to fuck up the relationship
Mm-hmm.
purposefully, or she doesn't have her wits about her. Either way, this isn't looking good.
No.
Because when I met my current boyfriend, within a week, I think after we gotten together, he told me he loved me
Oh,
in the middle of having sex.
oh,
Do you think I believed him?
absolutely not. Because
Do you
he's a man.
He didn't. He's feeling really good at the moment. He's going to tell anybody that he loves them in that moment. I didn't
Absolutely.
believe him though. There's no way.
Why would you?
Exactly. So you have to like think, come on. But
Which she's not
anyways,
doing.
no. So the next thing that she said, because she asked, like, so how did the relationship kind of end? And she says that she would see women's clothing and at his place, and when she questioned him about it, he would say, "Oh, it's just close friends stuff, like don't worry about it." And apparently she's like he's kind of manipulating, and his harsh temper was like an issue, which is like that makes sense. That part I can believe. um
Listen to me. If I'm going to my man's house and I know he lives alone and I see women's clothing that are one, not my size, two, not my style, three, I know they're definitely not mine. What are they doing here?
yeah, I'm not gonna believe it's a close friend.
No, fuck that. You had a woman here, close friend. You guys were really close. Yes,
Yeah, why is her clothes here?
up and personal. Like,
Like,
why is her clothes off?
exactly. Exactly. Why
Hmm.
does your close friend need a change of clothes or leaving their clothes at your place?
Exactly.
Again,
What?
something that happened with, yes,
That
yes.
I would have went. I would
Her
have hit.
clothes, her clothes were in that room. At first I didn't notice them, but when he was packing up his shit, I noticed it. Yep. He's
Her.
like, I'm surprised you didn't notice sooner. That's what he said to me. Yep. Yep.
I'm gonna just eat my fries.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So, yep. He apparently would be insulting and belittling, not my ex, Sarper. Um, and um, he said, we'll keep in touch. And then the next day, she didn't hear from him. When she would try texting him, calling him, he basically ghosted her.
Yep.
Because again, you guys weren't in a relationship. He did not take you
Exactly.
seriously.
He used you for
So
what he wanted, which was sex.
yeah, and he got what he wanted. And when that was running out, he moved on to the next. He's got 3,000 others. You're
Exactly.
you're one of 2,999. Girl, there's others. You're
The fact that Shekinah feels pretty good with herself sleeping with him, I can't.
no, I can't. No, no, no.
Because I don't know what disease you have.
I'm surprised
What
his dick is okay.
I
I
just can't. I can't picture myself sleeping with a man that has been with thousands of women. There's just no fucking way.
no. I mean, fuck.
No.
I thought my count was high. I'm not even at like I'm not even at like 40. And this man has been with 3,000 people.
It's disgusting.
Nah, man, no, no,
Mm-mm.
no. She thought he was
There's
over
too much.
exaggerating. Ma'am, if you think he added a zero to 2,500, how is 250 any better? 250 is bad.
It's still in the hundreds.
There are men
I'm
out there,
sorry.
yes, who are with hundreds, but 2,500 is, or even 250 is not great.
Disgusting. Mm-mm.
Anyway, That's basically it for Sarper and Shekinah. Let's move on to
Yep.
James and Tatha. You can't see her, but her face. Okay,
I can't. Mm-hmm.
we gotta back up. We gotta back up.
Yep.
How do you feel, A, about him not telling his parents until, I don't know, a day before he was leaving?
He's an idiot.
Absolute fool. Absolute fool.
He's an idiot.
And
Something like that, knowing that you're going to be living there, you should be telling your parents. So therefore they can take it in.
prepare that, and also business wise, they could have gotten another employee in there. Now you've left them strapped to figure it out.
Yep.
Like,
Stupid.
so dumb. And you're
Hold on.
literally
Back up even more.
okay.
Because when she was leaving, you didn't even tell her that the dog couldn't come.
Jojo, Jojo. Yeah.
And you're telling me this now before I am to leaving?
Then you tell him, by the way, we don't get paid for banana chips on the way to the airport. These two can't communicate.
They can't.
They can't communicate with each other and they can't communicate with others. It's ridiculous. We don't pay family.
No.
You stupid, stupid person. We don't pay family. What?
Idiot. Idiot. Like, so dumb. Dumb.
And let's kind of go forward. Or no, technically backwards.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know which way we're going anymore. The whole situation about kids. Listen to me. Listen to me real good. If my man can't come to me and tell me that I may not want to have kids, but instead he tells your friend when you go to the bathroom, we got problems.
We have a big problem.
We have a huge fucking problem. Houston, we have a fucking problem. Because no. And not to shit on her friend, but my girl, did you not think it odd that he told you when she went to the bathroom?
Thank you.
Of course he never told her. I would have told, even if I think you knew. Letitia, if your man came to me and said this shit to me, I'm
You're
going to the
telling me right
bathroom.
away.
I'm going to the bathroom going, you need to come out.
Yeah.
Like, no way. Absolutely, absolutely no way.
You're telling me right away. Like, what the fuck?
Absolutely. There's no fucking way. I'm like, I don't know if you know, but I'm going to tell you anyways. Here's what he just told me.
Yep. He should. Whoa. Sorry, this woman on TV just caught me off guard. They should have had this conversation way before they got married, way before they decided to go in the other direction. These are conversations you need to have in your relationship before you decide to get married, have a committed relationship, or any of these things. You need to talk these things out in the relationship, because if we're not talking about these things in the relationship and we get married and then we're talking about these things in the marriage after the fact.
Here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I'm saying on that. He said that when he was getting married to her, that one of the promises he made to her parents was that they would have kids. He seems to say that, you know, he was more open to having kids before, like when they got married.
Mm-hmm.
And that COVID, and I guess how people treated the Asian community after that, which I can understand that.
Yeah.
But that, I'm sorry. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to take it there. World's scary, yes.
Absolutely.
But the things that have happened in the Black community in terms
Are
of
10
this,
times worse.
not even so much that. I'm not going to say it's 10 times worse or this. I'm not going to go there because everyone's experience is different.
Mm-hmm.
But that isn't going to stop me from having children in this world.
Absolutely. I'm going to live my life and that's it.
Yes, you have to teach your children what they have to do. It's unfortunate, but you have to teach your children what they need to do in case of anything.
Absolutely.
That isn't it. It's not an excuse.
Yep. I
Be-
agree.
Especially when you know your wife wants to be a mother.
Yep.
You got to put your big boy panties on and you
Hmm.
need to do what you got to do because
Exactly.
that is a deal breaker.
Absolutely.
And you best believe I would have had that conversation with him, whether I'm leaving now or not, because I need to know.
Yeah, it's a conversation that we would definitely have to have.
Yeah. If you don't want to
Yeah,
have kids, then there's no point.
exactly.
So,
No point whatsoever. Absolutely.
yeah,
Because I'm not gonna waste your time and you're definitely not gonna waste my time.
no, she's still young that she can move on to the next person who does want to have kids.
Exactly. And she deserves that.
And the other part of it now is you're supposed to be living permanently in Indonesia where it's predominantly Asian people.
Yep.
You're not going to encounter the same issues that you're talking about happened with COVID.
Exactly.
So now what's your excuse?
He he'll make up an excuse.
He will.
He
I
definitely
think
will make up an
he does
excuse.
not want kids. So just make it
He
what it
doesn't.
is.
Yeah, I don't see him having children
No.
or, wanting children because he seems like the person that's just going to make excuse after excuse after excuse.
Yeah.
That's what I get from him.
Yeah. And there's something else too that happened that I want to talk about, but I can't remember now. Oh, yeah. The whole situation with her feeling sick. I didn't need to be a doctor to know what she was experiencing was thyroid issues.
Hmm.
And I speculated that maybe she was having issues with doctors due to her being a minority, potentially language barriers and all of that. But I
Hmm.
just don't understand how a doctor didn't diagnose her with potential thyroid issues, do blood work. It's an easy process it's an easy thing to diagnose.
Right.
It's not rocket science. I don't get what happened there. And if it's about the climate, there are places in the states you can live that is not Maine.
Hmm.
You can go to Florida, you can go to California, you can go to Arizona, you can go to Utah, you can go all these different places that are warmer than where
Right.
you're current, where there's no winter necessarily in
Right.
the same sense,
Hmm.
that you can live and he can still utilize his skills.
Yeah.
Is it about Indonesia and they just want to go home, which is fine?
Hmm.
Or is it about the warmer climate? Because you can easily rectify that by just moving somewhere else.
By just moving somewhere else. It's
Yeah,
not that
his
hard.
parents are still gonna be pissed, but maybe you could have planned for that differently.
Yeah, he could have, but no, he wanted to, he wanted to do things stupidly.
They both did.
Oh, absolutely.
They both did. It's ridiculous.
They can't communicate, so they're gonna do things stupid.
Yeah.
So,
And then when you find out from her when she's in it, I mean, she looks so much happier. There's no
when she's
denying
home.
that. Yeah, she
Oh
looks so
yeah.
much happier. And there's another thing too, before we kind of move on to the other thing that she can't seem to figure out for herself. If you wanted to go to a doctor in Indonesia, why couldn't you have just gone on a visit, see a doctor, figure out what's going on, and then go accordingly?
Right.
Like we literally had what's her face, Jess, who was with Colty, um, who when I guess like her and her husband wanted to have kids, and she was going back and forth to Brazil and seeing a doctor there, but she didn't move permanently to Brazil. I think they were
Right.
talking about it or whatever, but they didn't live permanently in Brazil. So why
Yep.
couldn't she do that?
Exactly.
Anyway, then
Stupid.
very stupid. Then we find out she's all up on James's ass for not telling his parents that they were moving. She hasn't told her parents that they're moving. You got mama there crying about, don't leave me.
I'm getting older. You need to take care of me.
Oh, we'll get
What?
to that. I got some choice words for mama. Um, but yeah, I'm just like, how can you tell him anything when you ain't got no legs to stand on?
And she
You
didn't
haven't
even have
told
a
your
pot to
parents.
put in.
Nope. And then you have her sister like saying, why would you want to stay here? What? I love the sister. Why do you want to be here for?
This
And
sister's great.
yeah. And she says, you can't live with mom and dad. Your marriage will probably implode.
Of course.
That's interesting.
That probably means it happened to the sister.
Maybe, or yeah, like maybe if she was married or whatever and lived with them initially,
Yeah,
I can tell she's speaking from experience. She ain't just talking to talk.
exactly. She's talking from experience because it happened to her.
Yeah. So anyway, we started this episode with him getting off the bus and he's like, this is the first leg of my journey. He only has 10,036 miles to go. That's too many fucking miles. That's miles. We go by kilometers here.
I
That's
know.
more kilometers. Oh.
Mm-mm.
I don't know how much because didn't I didn't do Google conversions. Um, so he's like, yeah, I gotta take 3 planes, 1 car, 1 bus, um, some sort of cab thing once he gets there, a train, no boats, but I couldn't find one. So this is literally the 90-day version of planes, trains, and automobiles.
Oh God. Let's not talk about him shaving in the bathroom.
Oh, we're gonna talk about him shaving in the bathroom, but we'll get there in a minute. Um, we see Tatha with her parents, and they are making like a different flavor banana chip or something. I don't know. And she tells them, "Oh, James is coming, but just on a visit because they still don't know that they're moving." This was the opportunity. When her mom is crying, saying, "Please don't leave me," this is when you literally say, "Oh, by the way, we're not leaving.
Yeah,
Yay!"
we're not leaving. We're staying. Yay.
Like, I don't want to do it without James. He told his parents that he was leaving without you. So you can tell them
Exactly.
they're getting the good news. God. Anyway, so
Stupid.
yeah, we've kind of talked already about mom being like, please don't leave me. And she says, listen, I love all my kids. I really do. Okay. But she's my youngest. I love her the most.
Pardon?
Oh my God.
That's so stupid.
And you admit it on television.
If my kid ever heard me say that, I can only imagine how my kids feel because you remember me telling you what my mom said.
Yep. Yep.
And I'm just like,
It's not a nice feeling.
it's not a nice feeling at all.
No.
And it's just like, wow, like that's how you really feel. Okay, cool. So I can't imagine telling or letting my own children hear that.
But see, it's funny that you mention your mom, obviously not going into those details, but with her mom, do you notice she says it about the person who's going to be responsible for taking care of her when she's old and can't take care of herself?
Right?
You notice that?
Yep.
So there you go. I think there's some similarities.
There's some
Um, I can't believe she said I
hopeful
love her the most. Um,
disrespectful to her other children.
yeah, because the youngest, she says here, the youngest person in Indonesia is responsible for taking care of the parents when they need to be taken care of, which seems backwards to me.
It does. Like what?
Like my mom said, she's like, so wait. The person who's possibly not as established is the one who's responsible for taking care of the parents. Okay.
Got it.
Doesn't make any
Sounds
sense.
about sounds about right.
Yep. But don't forget, you have to give us grandbabies. He promised that we are gonna have grandbabies.
So
So
I'm
let's
supposed to take care of you, have a job,
have
take
kids,
care of my kids,
take care of my husband, make banana chips,
and take care of myself.
sell said banana chips so you can make some money. No, it's too much.
We're not doing that. Sorry.
Ugh. So he's now We'll go to him. He's on the second leg of his journey here. We have only 106 miles left to go. We're getting there. Um, and he's at the train station. This is the part where we said, let's not talk about it, but we're going to because this is what we do.
Yeah.
He's shaving in the bathroom.
Oh, I hope that's not my train.
Well, if it is your train, you're fucked, my guy. But he says, like, I have to be quick. It's just me, or does he look better with the beard than he does without the beard?
I don't like him with or without.
That's fair. But I'm just saying, like, you
White men
technically
are not my thing. Sorry.
no. But I don't know, like, did you have to? And you're using a razor that you paid like not even $1 for, and using it to shave, and it's dull as fuck. And
He cut himself.
you cut yourself 15 times. What is happening? And then what did you do with the hair? Just leave it in the sink? Because you don't have time? Someone has to come behind you and sees the hair in the sink? Okay. He he brought Darcying to a whole new level. So we see her now with her sister. It's spelled dicey, but I think she said it D. You know what? It doesn't matter. Her
Let's
sister,
not even try to pronounce these names.
no, her sister D. Uh, she's with her, and they're kind of talking about like how is he gonna handle being here in Indonesia?
Yep.
Like the food, it's really spicy because Indonesians really put a lot of spice in their food. He's probably gonna have diarrhea. Yeah, because white people can't listen. There's spice, then there's spice, where
Yeah.
it's literally gonna take your asshole all the way off. Okay.
He's no longer gonna have an asshole.
Jamaican people, or it doesn't even Jamaican people, Caribbean people in general, like spice in their food. But I
Oh
don't
yeah.
think we understand the level of spice that Indonesians are dealing with. I really
They're
don't.
they're on a
I
they're
don't
on a
think so.
different level.
They're on a different
A
level.
Scotch bonnet for me is good enough.
See, that's nothing. That's
Right.
nothing. So they get spicier. Um, so yeah, he's gonna have diarrhea. Um,
And his asshole's gonna be on fire. He's gonna be shitting out
when
fire.
he shits, it's gonna be painful.
Oh yeah.
Oh God. Anyway, so they get to the
It
train
might be
station.
coming. It might be coming out of both ends at one point.
If
You
spice
might
can
be
make you throw
sick.
up like that, my God.
Yeah, it can make you throw up and it can burn your throat.
Mm-mm. Okay.
Yep.
And you throw up undigested. Okay, okay, I'm done. Okay, move
Yeah.
on. So they get to the train station, and when she sees him, she does jumps in his arms like a monkey because she wanted to do that. Whatever. I thought it was sweet. I thought it was sweet. Um,
She could have put it in different words, but sure.
sure. Um, and he's like, I shaved for you, and I cut myself 15 times.
Idiot.
Uh, but then it doesn't feel good for you or for me. So, but anyway,
It doesn't do anything for me, that's for sure.
no. It's like, I'm ready to go wherever you go because we're going to go back to the parents.
And I love you more.
I love you more.
And I love you more.
I
Oh
love
my
you more.
God.
And yeah, so they're telling them we're moving in. And then this is when they go to, you're my heart. You're my universe. You're my stars and my moon. You're my galaxy.
Shut
You're my
up.
sun. Okay, let's go.
Like, oh my gosh.
Oh man.
So stupid.
Like, no. If my man did that, I'm like, okay, what did you do?
So
No.
stupid.
I love you this big. Anyway, something kids did.
Yep.
Anyway, let's move on to the last couple in this episode, which is Josh and Lily. Not a lot here with them, but before we jump into this episode, when the man was playing with the Legos in the beginning of the first time we meet you, you're playing with Legos.
You're playing with Legos.
I do worry about his misophonia because I don't know if you've seen Asian people, like especially Chinese people in particular, not hating on Chinese people, I'm not saying that, but when they eat like it's running away. They
Oh, yes.
really do. So
Yep.
I worry. I
Yep.
worry for him.
It's like, well, slow the fuck down. The food's not going
It's not
anywhere.
going anywhere. But I think it comes from the place of sometimes maybe the food can end up going away. So,
I
but
guess so.
yeah, I do worry for him. And I, I'm curious as to why China literally stops foreigners from working for 5 years, especially when it's the culture to, as a man, provide.
Yep.
What the fuck is up with that?
Listen, I have no calling going to China. I'm not like, and it's no offense to, Chinese people or whatever, but just knowing their laws and how they treat you and how they even treat their own at times.
Yes.
No, thank
No,
you.
thank you. China is not a
Just
place for me at the moment. So,
no,
no.
no, no. I would rather go to Japan. Like I would
Yeah,
like my daughter, like she's in love with Japan. Um Japan and is it like Vietnam?
I would love to go to Vietnam. Yeah.
Yeah, Vietnam.
Even Indonesia, I would love to go to Indonesia as
Oh,
well.
I would love to go to Indonesia.
Yeah.
Those places definitely top tier, but China, no
No,
thank you.
no.
The Great Wall will not be seeing me.
I would love to see the Great Wall of China. If
I
there's a
will
way
look
I
at it
can,
online.
yeah, if there's a way I can go to the Great Wall of China without actually physically being there, I would.
I
But,
will look at the Great Wall in my house. Because the walls are great in my house.
oh man.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no. But even like, okay, the whole thing about the finances and everything like that, like, I was wondering, is he just being over dramatic about how much he talks about money? My girl, every 2 seconds, is like, here's a fridge. There's no food in it because I have no money.
I have no money.
I have no money. I have no money. I have no money. But girl, you have an elevator with elevator music. Where'd you get the money for that?
The fucking house is a smart
Your
house.
house is a smart house. Where'd you get the money for that? You have signs in both Mandarin and English. Ma'am, where'd you get the money for that? You go in this episode to go get a massage and an ear massage. Money. Where'd you get the money for that? You clearly have something.
She has something, but she also has her own business.
Yes. But then don't act
So
like you don't got money.
exactly.
I mean,
She to me, I kind of feel like she's just using him for the money. Like he's
what money?
already
He has
told
no
you.
money.
He told you that he doesn't have any money.
He has no money.
So two broke people have no money. Where are you expected to go?
And then also, this, which is brought up again in this episode, this fucking argument as to whose idea it was to do this wedding. I don't give a fuck who said what. I don't give a fuck who idea this was. Because your reasoning, honey, you said that you wanted this wedding because you wanted to have a traditional Chinese wedding. But honey, I said it because you said you wanted to have a wedding. Who cares? Who cares?
My type of wedding is let's go to the courthouse
Yeah,
and get married,
yeah,
and we're gonna call it a day because the
yeah.
same money that we're going to spend
That's an
on
expensive wedding too.
a venue and everything else, we can put a down payment on a house.
Yeah,
I don't know
like
about Toronto. I don't know about in
I
Toronto
don't know
now,
about
but
Toronto now. No, no, no. You need to
maybe
like you need to sell your body as well as have a regular job to be able to buy a house in Toronto.
in Toronto, maybe outside of Toronto, and
Even
West
sometimes then
End,
too.
West End, East End, whatever. But
Don't come east. Our houses are also expensive.
I don't. Side note, out of nowhere, like what? Because I used to live in the East, so why are houses all of a sudden in Ajax, Pickering, Whitby, Oshawa, and further along? Why are they going like for 1 mil or whatever the
That's
case
not
may be?
new. That's not new. Do you okay, you know the houses in Ajax in front, like near the hospital? Like that stretch. There's like houses in that stretch, um,
Those
uh,
are new,
on
no?
the south side of the hospital.
Those are new, no?
No, they're not new. They've been there for years. But anyway, there was a house in there.
Okay.
This was years back that went on a bidding war. I can't remember what the base price was, but either way, the house was upped due to the bidding war to over $1 million. That was the first time that has ever happened. I don't think it's happened since, but that really set the stage of the real estate here in Ajax. That's not
Wow.
new. There's houses in where I live, like this house.
Mm-hmm.
This house was purchased under 300,000 20 years
Mm-hmm.
ago. We can get a pretty penny on this house now.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, like houses are fucking expensive. But like I just don't understand like this conversation about whose idea was to have this wedding, and this is like, who cares? Who cares?
If you don't have the money, you don't have the money. Why?
We
You guys are already legally married.
exactly.
So I don't think there's any need for like this big traditional Chinese wedding.
I mean, if you want to do it, fine, but then don't make it about, I don't
Like
have
don't
money, I
make
don't
it
have
about
money, I
fucking
don't have
money all the
money.
time. Like I don't have the money. I don't have the money. You had the money to do this whole entire smart home.
Yeah, and you have a fucking theater in the home. These are homes that this type of house is the kind of house you see on like Selling Sunset, Selling OC. Those are, this is what
This is what yeah.
the ones I can't afford.
Like she clearly has the money.
Yeah,
Clearly, because you wanted to make a she spent I get it. She spent a good amount of money on the house, but stop complaining about money now. We're tired of
mhm,
hearing it. He's tired of hearing it. Your relationship is not gonna last if you continue talking about money.
exactly.
Like stop.
But
Chinese people know how to make money. Hello.
yeah, they do. But in this particular episode, they are going to go get these massages. He's really excited about living in China because he's seen China in the movies, so he's really excited that he actually lives now in China. In China, so I'm like, okay,
Good
whatever.
for him.
And they go to get these massages. She has a headache, so she's gonna get a head massage, but he's gonna get an ear massage. Um, my takeaway from this ear massage is, can I get one of those? Because the shit that came out of his ear, can I get one of those?
Oh my God. Can't you buy them off Amazon?
No, like I want the massage. I want the whole experience.
Oh, you want the whole experience.
Candling isn't apparently like good anymore.
Really?
Yeah, it's been years now. My mom used to do candling.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and she stopped because it's actually not a good idea to do candling. Like you actually don't want all the like the wax out of your ears. Like you want some of that in your ear because it
Yeah.
protects. So yeah, it's candling's not really, yeah, it hasn't really been a thing for years.
Oh.
I don't know if this is not really particularly candling that they were doing, but um it was an interesting situation, and I would like to do one of those. I don't want to see the shit come back out of his ear, but I would like to do one of those.
You should book your, but you should go to there's a place in Markham. It's called the Go Place. You should go there.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I can get one of those.
Oh yeah, you can get all types of massage. You can even spend the night.
Okay.
Yeah, like look it up. It's called the Go Place.
Hmm.
It's perfect.
Okay. Okay. We'll store that away for a later day.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so anyway, he's like, it tickles and all that. So he's having fun with it. And they kind of talk about again the whole situation with the wedding. I'm not gonna rehash it because I don't give a shit. And
Mhm.
he says, I just want us to have a happy ending. And she's like, yeah, yeah. Wait, what kind of happy ending?
So stupid.
My mom is like, of course she has to ask what kind of happy ending.
She's
And
so stupid.
he says, like, a love happy ending. But here's the thing. I actually wonder if she was asking this not because she's an Asian woman asking if you mean a happy ending,
Right.
or if she was thinking, well, we potentially could have had sex in the room before they came back, and he did eventually actually get a happy ending. I'm not sure. Because when we go back, he's like, so how long do we have in the room?
Right?
And she's like maybe 2 to 3 minutes. And he's like, okay, so like, can we? And he does like the motion, and I'm like, sir,
So disgusting.
so gross. And he's like, I only need like a minute. That's it. That's all you need. Damn. I mean,
You can keep that to yourself, 'cause that's boring.
I don't want no minute, man.
Neither do I. That's boring.
I mean, quickies in my world still last about 5 minutes, not a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. So I guess they do. I don't know. But anyway, that's basically it for Josh and Lily. I guess the only other person that wasn't on this episode, because I can't remember who else is on this season, was Statler and Dempsey.
I'm over them.
I'm
Don't
over
even
them.
want to hear
I'm over.
two two dumbass girls.
I already know they're not going to work.
They're not going to.
No, spoiler alert, they didn't actually work. Like, they're not together. She
Good.
came up with some receipts. Potentially, Dempsey could have been cheating on her. But all of this, I do believe Dempsey's using her
Oh yeah,
for the
absolutely.
van life experience.
Yep.
And it pisses me off again as a person whose brother is autistic. I really, truly do not think she understands what it means for a person who is autistic and has ADHD. Because
No.
I just don't understand. Why I don't understand. Because she doesn't think the same way that you do. Her
Exactly.
processes are very different than what yours is.
Yep.
So what's not to understand? I'm frustrated with and she gets an advance from work, 6,000 pounds. Do you have any fucking clue how much that is in American? It's a lot. It's more than $6,000.
Yep.
So it's just like,
Imagine that in Canadian.
oh fuck it, I'm done.
Okay.
No, no way. I'll be paying that off forever
Right?
because they're gonna take a cut of her pay every time,
Yep.
and that's like the least that you can really have right now when she's not working.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One's working and one's not working.
Yeah.
Great.
Anyway,
Mm-mm.
I think that's it for the episode.
Well, it was a good episode.
It was a good episode. And I had fun talking about this.
Me too.
Maybe we can get you on HEA once we don't have to talk about Ed or potentially Angela. I don't know when they're going to talk about Angela and Michael.
I'm interested to see it, but I just don't care to talk about like
No,
I'll be interested to talk about Michael, but not her because
not her.
I'm not giving her any type of.
She triggers me, and you know why she triggers me. So
Oh yeah.
she's triggering.
You know what? Speaking on that right now, I'm kind of airing. I understand. Great, it's for TV, but you kind of have to be mad with TLC and I guess the producers and things like this as well. Because why are you guys allowing this type of behavior from this woman?
Exactly.
If it was the other way around, TLC would not be allowing this.
Yeah, because see how it's interesting I mean, I'm not condoning Mahmoud and his
Right.
shit because he was charged for DV. I get it, but Nicole wasn't exactly great with him
Not
in
at
their
all.
first season as well. She
Mm-mm.
definitely put her hands on him,
Yep.
pushed him, whatever.
Yep.
But as soon as he does something,
It's a
the
problem.
the Egyptian, the African man, then
Yep.
it's a problem.
Yep.
It's very
Because
true.
even when the whole phone situation when she grabbed his phone away from Angela or whatever, all of a sudden all the fucking security popped out of nowhere.
Which really fucking bothered me.
Yes.
Because as much
Absolutely.
as she could be paying for the phone and all that,
It's his fucking phone.
It's his phone. There's just no excuse for it.
It's like, it's mine. It's mine. Like, fuck out of here, you dumbass bitch.
And that's the thing. Like, she's all over saying, oh, he's cheating. He's this, he's that. Maybe he just doesn't want. I mean, I don't know.
Okay. But it's okay for her to flirt with a Canadian
Yep.
man. It's
Not
okay
even
for
just
her
the
to
Canadian
flirt.
man, the doctor, the Canadian man, the PI. She has everything to say about a man she encounters. If
Yep.
Michael ever even looked at a person the wrong way.
It's a fucking
It's
problem.
a fucking problem.
Yep. I really and truly hope that she is no longer going to be on the next season or whatever, because I'm so sick and tired of her being on a fucking episode and her attitude is disgusting. Mind you, she was on the fucking Maury show.
I know. I know.
And I'm just like, I'm
Because of
so over
Scotty.
it. I swear, she treated Michael like a fucking slave. You wanted him to come to America and you treated him like a slave.
That's
You wanted
exactly
him to
what happened.
fucking, you wanted him to fucking do the laundry, put gas in your car, do this and do. He is not a fucking slave. And that's exactly what she wanted. As soon as he came to America and landed on American soil, yep, he is going to do this, this, and this, and this, and this for me. Pardon?
So, did you get a husband, or did you, in so many
No,
ways,
she got a
did you?
black man that got to be a slave.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Yep.
And I don't blame Michael for leaving. And
No,
they're
I
not
don't.
together anymore anyways, right?
No, no, they're not.
I don't blame
Did
him.
you see he posted he apparently was at like a soccer game. Like he's part of a soccer group or whatever, and he
Mhm.
posted it was during July 4th. Um, and he kind of was just posting whatever on his Instagram. And she came out basically saying, "You're not going to celebrate my America on my visa and all of this." And it's like, honey, do you know the laws? The difference with the K3 visa is that this is his America too. This is what you
They
wanted.
think you
This is what you wanted. He doesn't have to
exactly.
leave. The
He doesn't
rules
have
are
to.
very different on a spousal
Exactly.
visa than they
Yep.
are on a K1.
Yep.
So this is his home now.
Yeah,
You brought him
exactly.
here.
You brought him here, so let him stay here and enjoy it now, bitch.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be with you. Let him be with a black woman or with a woman that is actually going to appreciate him.
Just another woman in general. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
who she is, what color she is,
Yep.
whatever.
Just a
It
woman that's
doesn't
going to
matter.
appreciate him. Absolutely.
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's like she never talks about what he sacrificed for her. He sacrificed his home, the um, his culture. And I think the biggest thing, and it's still to this day bothers me that she thinks like he should just get over it. He sacrificed being a father to be with you. And you figured he should just get over it.
No,
You're a man, you don't have to have a kid.
no.
So men don't
He
want to
could,
have kids.
but it's okay for her to have all of her children.
Well, she's a 56-year-old woman. She can't have no kids. That egg they saw was probably a cyst and or whatever. And they mistook it for an egg. And yeah, like he forfeited that because he wanted to be with you.
Yep. But she doesn't understand that.
No,
Fucking bitch, man. Like just pisses me off.
it
She
is
just
very possible that a man wants to have kids.
I'm pretty sure he will have kids now with somebody.
Yeah, I hope so. He's
Yep.
still young. He can figure it out.
Yep. And then on the tell all, like the little snippet of it, it's like, oh well then send me back home. That's gonna be the last fucking time. Shut the fuck up
That's what
with
you
your
want him to say.
with your old wrinkly looking ruggedy carpet ass. The fuck out of here. Looking like a fucking wrinkled up carpet. That saggy and old nasty bitch.
I mean, that's the
I'm sorry.
thing.
This woman triggers the fuck out of me.
Yeah, I've talked about how many times that yeah, she triggers me. And that's like the thing. It's like you complain to Ed that I just wish I didn't bring him here. I wish I didn't bring him here. Yet when he says, then send me home, you want to get mad because he said, send me home. And then you basically want to hold him hostage in your house. I'm so confused by her.
Ed pissed me off.
Does Ed never
The fact that this man said, or this no neck piece of shit, he said, oh, he's using her. What the? Look how this man was treated. Look how she literally fucking locked this man in her house.
there's things that we don't know yet at the time that this tell-all was taped. So all of that stuff came out after the tell-all.
Oh,
Yeah. I would be curious to know what he thinks now, but whatever. No, but Ed always, the minute Ed entered the house, he bothered me. Because
Oh,
when he goes into the house, he's like, "What the hell is going on in here?" It's like,
what
can't
do
you
you
just
think's
say?
going on in here, you fucking no-neck piece of shit bitch?
You can't just say, "Hi, everybody. I'm
And then you're
Ed."
gonna and then you're gonna go to Liz and fucking hug her with your crocodile tears? Get out of here.
Why did she wipe his tears? Why
She's
did
an
she
idiot.
wipe his tears?
She's because she still had some feelings for him.
You have a whole ass boyfriend now. Why are
Thank
you wiping his
you.
tears?
But she's stupid. She was in that moment. She was very stupid. Fuck you, wiping his tears for. I would have threw some glass. I would have threw something in his face. Oh my god.
And then, like, not only, I will say this, and I wish that Liz would just keep the same energy all throughout.
Mm-hmm.
When this girl said he has a small dick, I said, I mean, I'm not surprised.
It probably
I'm
looks like his neck. Like it probably looks just like his neck. They're shriveled up in there like a fucking cocoon. Like the fuck out of here.
oh fuck.
I would have to fake that shit.
And then he's like acting away because she said that or whatever. And I
Well,
love
it's
that
the truth. Get over it.
Ashley's like her saying your dick is small and you telling her mom that she didn't raise her well, not the same thing.
Like it's
Like get
not.
over yourself. So what do you have a small dick? Deal with it.
Like I said, probably looks like his neck.
I still want to know how you ended up cheating on your first wife. I really want to know how that happened.
I personally
Truly want to know.
I wouldn't want to deal with a man like deal with a man like Ed because he is a fucking manipulator.
Hmm.
He knows how to trigger you. He knows
Hmm.
how to just get under your skin. He would end up dead.
Oh yeah, if he was with you? Oh yeah. Hmm. Yep.
Yep, and I will call CP24 myself and be like, "Excuse me, I just murdered a man." And this is why. Like I can't because he would piss me off to the core to where I'm just like, "Yep, I'm putting you in the lake." Because you are not going to gaslight me. Like you already gaslight me and I don't even know you. And you already gaslight me. The same thing with Angela. Like I don't even know you, but you gaslight me to my core.
She literally does gaslight the audience because it's like we all see what you do, but you want us to pretend that we don't see what you do.
Thank you. And then what's his face? Sophie
Rob,
Rob. When Rob was just like how she's making herself look bad. Absolutely.
absolutely. I was shooketh.
1000%.
I was shooketh at how well he was clocking her because
Oh yeah.
sometimes he bothers me too. He is
Yeah.
also a manipulator
Oh
in
yeah.
his own right as well. But I mean, I guess a narcissist knows a narcissist, but
I
yeah,
really hope that him and Sophie are not together because Sophie pissed me off as
there's
well
rumors
that they're not together.
that they are. I
Oh,
mean, we don't know for sure, but they've definitely been seen together.
she's such a fucking kid. God, she pisses me off.
Rob, Rob, I'm sorry. Rob, I'm sorry. Get out. Leave. Take the squishmallow. No, wait, I want the squishmallow.
She's such a kid. Like she's so stupid and childish and
Oh
just
man.
dumb.
I mean, I know there's probably some trauma there. I mean, her mom, she literally had to Narcan her mom back to life. So I get that.
What do you mean?
Well, her mom OD'd. And she was the one that administered
Lovely.
the Narcan to, yeah. So I get that. But this is fucking ridiculous. And
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Kay, this fucking bitch. I went on a rampage when she said, "Are we sure that he's even a man? I have bigger balls than him." And it's like, okay, so then let's talk about Black men, how they shouldn't have emotion. Yeah,
Thank
sounds
you.
about right.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
Fuck Sophie's mom because I'm so over it.
Oh, there's so much problems with her mom. There's so
So
much
fucking
problems with her
over it.
mom. Sophie doesn't have a person who truly cares about her in her life. There's
No.
not one. Rob is a narcissist and a manipulator. Kay just wants to fuck her. And her mom just wants her money. She doesn't have a single person in her life who actually is, who cares about her.
Nope, not at all. Not at all.
And I feel bad for her that she doesn't have that.
Oh yeah.
She needs to have that.
I'm interested to know more about Manuel and the money and all this bullshit that he's even done too.
Where's the money, Manuel? Where's the
And the
money,
G
Manuel?
and Gino. Oh my gosh, I'm done with Gino and I'm done with Jasmine.
I actually feel for Jasmine more than I feel for Gino.
I
Gino's on my
absolutely do.
shit list.
Gino is a piece of shit and he's a manipulator. He's a controller. You're like just oh.
I'm gonna say it again, Gino, if you're listening. If you want to know the way to fix your marital problems, can you start by maybe sticking your dick in her? You would be amazed how much a woman can be a bitch when they're horny.
Yeah, but he's withholding that.
Yeah, because he thinks like I'm not gonna do that. And I'm not.
It's the thing is
Listen,
he has said hurtful shit and so has she. Get the fuck
yes,
over it.
exactly. And I mean, I don't know if I necessarily fully agree with her tactic of saying don't sleep in my bed, but at the same time, I can understand maybe why she wants the boundary. But did you also think that maybe if he's in the bed with you, it could potentially initiate something, but maybe she's tried that and this hasn't happened. And for a man to say, I don't want to feel forced into having sex with you, what?
Exactly.
Like, I don't know that.
Exactly.
I can't keep my man. Gino, tell me your tricks. How do you get a man to stop trying to fuck you?
To
Because fuck.
just make your pussy smell and it'll be fine.
That's true.
Because like what the fuck?
Oh,
But
man.
yeah, I'm so over it.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll see if we can get you on HAA. Maybe we can get you on the next episode.
Yes.
And since we're no more Ed to talk about, and we just have,
Done.
yeah, because Ed's going to go to Purgatory Hell. Didn't know that Purgatory Hell was one entity. I definitely didn't learn that in school. And again, I did religion for the first 18 years of my life. So never learned that one. For sure, it's just purgatory and then hell.
Do you think that her mom actually said that about Liz though?
I do.
Me too.
I do. 100%.
But she was so fucking quick to
She
defend that
was
shit.
she was so quick to defend it, and she was so quick to get mad about it when
Yeah,
he wasn't shutting up about it.
exactly. She 1000% fucking said that about her
Yeah,
daughter.
she did. She's because why? Even if you were saying she's high maintenance, why would you say that? Why would you say that about your daughter?
Keep it to yourself, bitch.
Like,
Keep it to yourself.
exactly. Let them figure it out.
So stupid.
And what are you trying to do? Warn him? Like he's not high maintenance?
He's
mean,
worse than a bitch.
Yeah, the best thing about Ed was Teddy, and Teddy's gone. So there's no redeemable qualities about Ed. None. So nothing. Anyways.
Quick question. What's it called? On the tell-all, is it Rob too? What's his name? Robert?
On the
The
pillow
Not the
talk,
tell-all. Pillow talk. There we go.
Robert.
Yeah,
Robert and Annie?
Robert. The not the Filipino one. The Spanish chick. Annie?
So the one from Dominican Republic.
Yes.
Okay, so Annie and Robert.
Okay, is she expecting again?
Yeah, she's pregnant.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just like, she looked pregnant. I'm just like,
yeah, which I'm really happy for because they
yeah,
dealt with the passing of
oh
their
yeah.
son. So
But their son had an illness, no?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
so is Annie and Tobo. They're also expecting.
Annie and Tobo. I'm
Okay,
sorry, who's
David and David Tobo. Okay. Shit. The one who did you watch when he became a monk? David? They lived
You
in the
mean the big
firehouse.
you mean the oh, they're expecting a baby?
Yeah. They were doing IVF. Yeah, they're doing IVF, so she's pregnant.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Oh, that's so good. Wow. Okay.
things are happening in the 90-day universe when it comes to babies.
Clearly. That's
But
crazy.
yeah. But that's it. Letitia,
Yeah.
thank you for coming on.
You're welcome.
So if you like what you heard, please rate, review the podcast on either Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Also, don't forget that you can also share us with everyone in your life if you really love this. And I do want to read those reviews. I'm definitely getting 5-star ratings, but I want to read those reviews. So send me those reviews and I will read those 4 and 5-star reviews on the podcast. Also, we're on every one of your favorite podcast apps. Every one of them, including you can find us on YouTube at Reality Tea Times 2. If you want to connect with us, you can do so by going to either Facebook or Instagram at Reality Tea Times 2. You can also find us on Twitter, TikTok, Reddit at Reality Tea Times 2 Pod. We also have our email, which is at realityteatimes2 at hotmail.com. Definitely want to hear from you guys. And we also have our new website where you can listen to all of these episodes. You can review the podcast on there as well. You can connect with me in any way, all the stuff. It's all there, and you can find me there at www.realityteatimes2, all spelled out, .podpage.io. It's there. And don't forget, I also have my other podcast with my friend Mikkel, Next Week Podcast, where we talk about all kinds of different topics. But you can find us on any of your favorite podcast apps over there as well. Or you can also go to YouTube, and you go to Next Take Podcast, as well as our website, which is solo.to/Next Take Podcast. So yeah, there's that, and that's basically that. And again, don't forget, if all of this information is overwhelming, we do have all of the links, everything in our show notes. But that is it for now, guys. Thanks. Bye.